This is All India Radio, Whispers of the Wind. All India Radio, in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar, presents science serial Whispers of the Wind, based on understanding and managing climate change and global warming. Let's listen to episode number 38, titled Impact of Soil Salinity on Agriculture.
Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
We are all small and marginal farmers. All our families are dependent on agriculture for livelihood. Today, we all gathered here to discuss our common problems and to take collective decision.
Chandraya ji, thank you for convening the meeting of Taluk Rathyu Sangam. Many farmers and farm workers are present, but nobody is happy.
Simhadri, I know the seriousness of the problem we all are facing. I talked to many farmers from various villages. You know, nobody is happy. Already they took huge loans from banks and also from private money lenders in the town.
It's true, Chandraya ji, very true. Most of us are sunk neck deep in debts.
Correct.
We all invested large amount on farming with good hope of getting good returns, at least this year.
Right.
But all our hopes are shattered. Crop yield are being reduced year after year, and we cannot continue agriculture any longer.
Yes, Chandraya ji, what Simhadri Anna said is correct. He explained our plight. I think it is foolish to invest in farming and incur losses. I used good quality seeds of rice and excess fertilizer this year, but the yields, they are very poor. I am planning to give up agriculture and migrate to the town. I will search for at least a part-time employment as a construction worker or a vegetable vendor.
You are right, Mutyalu Baya. It is foolish to invest so much on seeds, fertilizer and pesticides. Even then, there are no returns. It may be better to declare a crop holiday for a year and wait for proper investigations and adaptation strategies by experts.
Simhadri, no, it's a serious problem.
Yes,
Crop holiday is not a good idea.
but...
Listen. Next week our agriculture minister is visiting our taluk.
Oh.
We shall meet him and submit a memorandum to bring all our problems to the notice of the government.
Yes.
Do you agree to that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you everybody to agree with my proposal. Thank you.
I think it's a very good idea, Chandraya ji. And some of us from various villages will go and meet the minister.
Yes.
Huh? And we shall tell him that crops withered and soil lost its fertility.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Our minister understands.
Yes.
He will extremely.
He will help us.
Thank you, everybody. So let's finish the meeting today.
Thank you, Chandraya ji.
Thank you, Chandraya.
Good morning, Chandraya ji.
Good morning, Simhadri.
Our friends are also here. You asked us to meet you at the Panchayat office today, na? Any important news?
Yes. This is important information for all farmers in our taluk.
Oh.
You know, we submitted a memorandum to our agriculture minister 4 days back.
Our minister knows the problems of the farmers. He is kind and very helpful.
Mutyalu, you are right. Our minister responded positively.
Oh, very nice.
That's really good.
He instructed the officials of the agriculture department to study our problems and submit a detailed report to the government within a week for a suitable action to help us.
Chandrayana, that is so great. But what is the department planning to do?
Yes.
Yesterday, our Tehsildar sent a message to me. The agriculture officer Avni is coming with 2 lab assistants. They will collect soil samples from our fields and send for testing.
Okay.
They will collect soil samples from neighboring villages also.
Oh, it is good. Very good. And we must find out why we are getting low yield despite using good quality seeds and high quantities of fertilizers.
I agree.
And we should ask them to test the irrigation water also. What say, Chandraya ji?
Oh, yes, Simhadri. They said they would collect water samples also. Let us cooperate with them.
Oh, yes, we should.
Certainly, very much. All our farmers will cooperate. Huh? It's all for our own good.
Yes. Mutyalu rightly said. We should learn how to collect soil sample to be sent for testing in future also. Right?
It's a good idea, Simhadri. I will ask the agriculture officer Avni Garu to demonstrate the problems for sample collection.
Right.
I think Avni ji has come.
Let's go.
Welcome, Avni madam.
Welcome, madam. Welcome. Namaskaram.
See,
Namaskaram.
our farmers are waiting to receive you.
It's all right. We shall go and collect some soil samples and water samples. Let's move.
We are all ready, madam. We shall take a cup of coffee and move.
Sure. Please.
Come.
Okay.
Please come.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, we all must be here.
All get ready.
Hi, Mutyalu bhai. I'm a bit late. Has the meeting started yet?
Simhadri Anna, I also came just 5 minutes back.
Oh.
The meeting has not yet started.
Oh.
All our friends are in the meeting hall.
Very good.
Look.
Very good.
Our Tahsildar and others are also coming.
Yes.
Let us go inside.
Yes. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We brought the problem of our farmers to the notice of a minister. He responded immediately and ordered detailed study of the problems.
Oh, very nice.
Agriculture department collected samples of soil and irrigation water in our area for testing.
Oh.
The test reports are with them. Today we have with us our Tahsildar Vijay ji,
Hello, friends.
Welcome, sir.
Agriculture Officer Avni Madam,
Hello.
and Agriculture Scientist Dr. Pavni.
Hello.
They will discuss with us and give some suggestion to overcome our problems.
Very nice.
Good morning, friends. Farmers are the backbone of our society. We know that agriculture is the major occupation of people here. But you all are in distress as you are incurring losses. We must know the reason and find solutions so that government stands by you.
Dear friends, as you know, we collected soil and irrigation water samples from your area. The lab reports show that the salinity levels of the soil and the water have increased. This is the main reason for crop failure. Dr. Pavni is a soil scientist. She will explain the importance of soil and the reasons why the salinity increased in this area. She will also give some suggestions.
Thank you. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, Madam Ji.
So, you all are farmers. So, it is necessary to have awareness about soil health and steps to make agriculture sustainable. Then there are people on planet Earth.
Oh, is it?
Soils are the stomach of the earth, consuming, digesting, and cycling nutrients and organisms.
Madam, there are earthworms in the soil. Are there any more living organisms?
Yes, Simhadriji. The living organisms include spiders, insects, and bacteria, etc.
Madam, there is non-living matter also in the soil. Huh? Isn't it right?
Yes, that's right. About 1/2 of the volume of soil is made up of mineral material and organic matter. Humus is an important part of soil. It contains much of what plants need to grow. It is made up of remains of plants and animals that once lived. Topsoil contains most humus. The pores in soil are filled with air or water.
Okay.
So, the plants take up essential elements from the soil through their roots and from the air, which mainly consists of nitrogen and oxygen through their leaves. Nutrient uptake in the soil is achieved by cation exchange.
But plants require water, madam. How do they get it?
Yes, yes.
Look, I'll tell you. Water is made available to plants by gradients arising from capillary and gravitational forces. It is the important medium for transporting essential plant nutrients from soil particles into plant roots and then into the farther tips of the plant leaf structure.
Okay.
That's right, Avni. And Mutyalaji, soil has changed a lot in these areas. Don't you notice any change in its physical appearance?
Yes, madam. Soil color has somewhat changed in time. It appears white at many places in my field and some neighboring areas also.
Correct. Soil in my field has become light brown in color.
See, our lab reports show that the electrical conductivity of the soil, extracts and alkalinity, that is pH value, have increased. Irrigation water is also salt affected.
Oh.
All these reports confirm that the soil salinity increased alarmingly. That's why your crops are failing.
Dr. Pavni, most of us in this area are cultivating rice for the past several decades. But in recent years, the crop yields are very low.
Yes.
Now the lab reports show that the soil and water have become saline. Why is it like this, madam?
Oh, yes. Is it a problem with the seeds which we are using?
No, Simadri Bhai. It is all due to global warming and climate change. The impact is more in coastal areas like yours.
Oh.
We shall discuss all these things briefly.
Okay.
But madam, we are all cultivating rice. In our neighboring village, some farmers are growing rapeseed, cabbage, etc. The yields are good there.
Yes.
How?
Very true, Motyalu Bhai. Despite irrigation, the plant growth is very poor and crop is withering. The yield is almost nil in our region.
These all are characteristics of saline soils. Yes, some crops like rice are not salt tolerant. However, some crops like rapeseed and cabbage are salt tolerant.
Warming causes snow to melt. Even the great ice sheets on Greenland and Antarctica are shrinking.
Oh my God.
Owing to thermal expansion and melting of ice, the sea levels are rising along the coast.
Avni, madam, how is all this affecting soil salinity?
Yes, please tell.
I will tell you, Chandrayaji. Soil salinity is increasingly contributing to land degradation worldwide. Yes.
Okay. What is soil salinity, madam? Is it only due to accumulation of common salt?
No, many people think like that, but it is not correct. Salinity refers to total salt content. It is a combination of sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium, chlorides, nitrates, sulfates, bicarbonates and carbonates.
So many things.
Yes, salinization is a process of increasing the concentration of total dissolved salts in soil, groundwater and surface water.
But madam, what is the origin of these salts?
These salts often originate from the earth's crust. They also result from weathering and sea water intrusion. You know, sea water contains several dissolved salts, so the salinity is very high.
Well, climate change is causing sea level rise and precipitation changes in coastal areas. These are having impact on soil salinization and agricultural production, as seen in this area and several other areas in our country. And elsewhere like the coastal regions of Bangladesh.
Yes, and climate change will impact directly and indirectly on a wide range of soil processes and properties.
Yes.
Dr. Pavni, how does it happen?
Chandrayaji, there are several things involved. I will tell you all a few points briefly.
Yes, please.
Sure. Madam Avni and the Tehsildar will add a few more points related to our local conditions, okay?
Yes. Some posters on climate change are outside the meeting hall.
You can see and learn many more details.
Okay, Tehsildar Sahab. I think we should take a break for tea and assemble again in 10 minutes. Let's come and take a tea. Come, madam. Come, doctor.
Very nice.
Okay, everybody. Silence, please. Let us continue our discussion.
Thank you, Chandrayaji. Primary source of salts in soil is from rock weathering, a process that breaks rocks into smaller particles. In arid regions, less rainfall available to leach the salts and high rate of evaporation causes concentration of salts in soil at various layers. In coastal areas, inundation of sea water adds salts to soil.
Madam ji, are there other reasons for salt buildup in soils?
Yes, Simadri ji. Irrigation with water high in salts, poor drainage allowing too much evaporation from the soil surface.
Okay.
Very little of the salt in the soil leached out and shallow water table are the other reasons for salt buildup in soils.
Yes, irrigation water containing high concentration of soluble salts, particularly sodium salts, leads to salinity of soils. Drainage restrictions reduce permeability of soils. And salt-affected soils are usually found in arid or semi-arid regions when salts often accumulate because there is not enough rainfall to dissolve them and leach them out of the root zone.
Okay, Avni ji. But are saline soils the same everywhere, madam?
No, some soils are slightly saline. Yields of sensitive crops may be restricted. Some are moderately saline, as seen in your area.
Okay.
Yield of many crops are restricted. Some other soils are strongly saline, and only tolerant crop yields are satisfactory.
Okay.
Yes, now let us see in our country. On the basis of their characteristics, saline soils are categorized into different types.
Madam,
Yes?
I can name two.
Very good. Please tell.
Saline soil and coastal saline soil.
Yes,
Okay.
and there are some more, Chandrayanji. They are saline sodic, and acidic sulfate soils.
But madam, how are they different?
Well, saline soil has white or greyish appearance.
Okay.
Texture is sandy or sandy loam. Soil conductivity is greater than for normal soil.
Oh.
And the principal salts are chlorides and sulfates of sodium, calcium and magnesium.
Okay.
Concentration of calcium and magnesium salts is high compared to sodium salts.
I see.
Yes, and a small quantity of bicarbonates is also present.
Okay.
Saline sodic soils are similar to saline soils except that they have higher concentration of sodium salts than calcium and magnesium salts.
Madam ji, please tell us what are coastal saline soils?
Yes.
Well, coastal saline soils are found in deltaic regions of major rivers in the east and west coasts. Both groundwater and the soil are rich in chlorides and sulfates of sodium, calcium and magnesium.
Avni madam, what are sodic and acid sulfate soils?
I will tell you, Mutyaluji.
Okay, madam.
Sodic soils occur in relatively low-lying areas with lack of drainage. There is high concentration of sodium salts. No doubt photosynthesis rate increases. Plant growth and yield of most crops such as cereals increase in a CO2 enriched atmosphere. The realization of the beneficial effects of the gas in the field is uncertain due to interaction with temperature, nutrients, water, salinity and other stresses.
Okay.
Yes, soil nutrients will be rapidly depleted. Salinity in plants can have a huge effect on the rate of photosynthesis because the salt absorbs water. A large amount of salt can dry out plants and brings down photosynthesis rapidly, or even make photosynthesis cease totally.
Is it so?
Yes, if too much salt gets into the plant, then the stomata may close up. They will not allow carbon dioxide in or out.
And soil organisms will be affected by elevated atmospheric carbon dioxide concentrations. This change later supply to fine roots in the soil as well as change in soil moisture.
Right. And climate change will modify soil structure also. Soils with large clay content shrink as they dry and swell when they become wet again, forming large cracks and fissures.
And with crack formation results in more rapid and direct movement of water and solutes from surface soil to permeable substrate or drainage installations through bypass flow. This will decrease the filtering function of soil and increase the nutrient losses and water pollution also.
Very good.
Soil salinity is an important land degradation problem. Crops are very badly affected by the amount of salts.
Madam, I need to know this. How are the crops affected by this?
Yes.
Mutyaluji, if the soil has salinity, seeds will germinate poorly and plants will grow slowly.
Oh,
If the salinity is high enough, the plant will wilt and die, no matter how much you water it.
but madam, why do the plants wilt when there is water around?
Crops will wilt as they can't take up water from soil.
But why can't they take water from the soil, madam?
Right.
Mutyaluji, the plant roots contain varying amount of salts that create a natural flow of water from soil into the plant roots by osmosis.
Okay.
As the level of salinity in the soil nears that of the roots, water becomes less and less available to enter the root. In fact, when the soil levels are high enough, the water in the roots is pulled back into the soil. Plants will then wilt and die.
Madam, I think I understand you. But can you please give an example?
Yes, please.
Sure. Take a carrot and put it in salt water. Observe what happens. The salt water will draw water from inside the carrot. Within a few hours, the carrot will be limp.
Okay. Now I understand, Madam Ji.
Well, and with that, salinity can increase nitrogen leaching from soil and reduces crop yield.
Our groundwater salinity is also increasing, madam.
Yes, and the lab tests of groundwater samples at shallow depth also confirmed it. Shallow water containing salts may move upward into the root zone by capillary action, similar to the way a lamp wick works. Here, evaporation serves as the suction of water up through the soil.
So, Avni madam, saline water also causes soil salinization and soil degradation.
Yes, Chandrayaji. Shallow saline groundwater allows salt accumulation near root zone and causes poor root aeration, affecting germination of crops.
But Avni, madam, you have collected drinking water samples also for testing, right?
Yes, the salinity is higher than the maximum permissible limits.
Oh my god.
But why is this happening to our waters?
Well, this is due to sea level rise, induced salinity intrusion into coastal rivers and aquifers.
We must also understand that water and food security are the key challenges under climate change, as both are vulnerable to continuously changing climate conditions. So, we should think about sustainable agriculture even in salt-affected soils.
Ma'am, we seek your suggestions for reclamation of salt-affected soils.
Yes.
Chandrayaji, you raised a very important issue. There are some integrated management practices, including biological, hydraulic, chemical, and physical mechanical methods for reclamation of salt affected soils.
Thank you for telling us this, madam. But can you please explain briefly?
Sure, Simhadri ji. Biological practices include organic matter application, mulching, green manuring, and tree plantation.
Okay.
Yes, hydraulic practices include flushing, leaching, improving irrigation, drainage, and safe disposal of saline waters.
Thank you for the information, Dr. Pavni. But what are the other practices?
Chemical practices include application of amendments, soil conditioning, and mineral fertilizers. The physical or mechanical practices are scrapping, land leveling, soil subsoiling, sanding, and improving plantation techniques.
Madam, our farmers want more information on these processes.
Yes.
Sure, Chandriyaji. But I will tell you briefly. In soils with poor drainage, deep tillage can be used to break up the soil. This helps water move downward through the soil.
Okay.
Yes, leaching can be used to reduce the salts in saline soils.
Yes.
We have to add enough water to the soil surface to dissolve the salts and move them below the root zone.
I see.
Applying mulch to the soil will reduce evaporation rates.
But Madam Ji, what about chemical treatments then?
Before leaching saline sodic and sodic soils, we must first treat them with chemicals to reduce the exchangeable sodium content. We can add calcium in soluble form like gypsum. After the calcium treatment, sodium can be leached through the soil along with other soluble salts.
Okay.
And along with it, the saline soils are the easiest for reclamation, but it is more difficult for sodic soils. We will help you to choose the processes suitable to our area.
Thank you for the information, Avni madam.
Yes, thank you,
Welcome,
thank you.
welcome.
I would like to add, the soil here is moderately saline. You can think for reclamation or go for salt tolerant crops.
Madam Ji, it will be great if you can suggest us few such crops.
Yes,
Avni can help you with this, I'm
Okay,
sure.
I will tell you all. Corn, cabbage, cauliflower, cucumber, pepper, potato, tomato, pumpkin, radish, and spinach are only moderately sensitive to salinity.
So many options.
Yes, and the yellow mustard and beet are moderately tolerant.
Okay.
And our field officers will visit your farms and give more suggestions.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Whispers of the Wind. You were listening to the episode number 38 of the science serial produced by All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar, titled Impact of Soil Salinity on Agriculture. This episode was written by Dr. E.R. Subramaniam. Coordinators were Dr. Nakul Parashar and Dr. Birendra Kumar Tyagi. This episode was directed by Kajal Suri, presented by Dilip Jha and assisted by Neha Tuck. Participants were Nikhil Diwan, Gaurav Devgan, Rakshit Thapliyal, Pragya Jha, and Mukta Lalchandani. Hey listeners, please stay with us. Here are 2 questions for you. The lucky winners will get attractive prizes from Vigyan-Prasar. The first question is, what is soil salinity? And the second question is, how salinity in plants affects photosynthesis? You can send your answers by simple post. Our address is Science Serial Whispers of the Wind, Director Vigyan-Prasar, A50, Institutional Area, Sector 62, Noida 201309. You can also write on our email ID radio@vigyanprasar.gov.in. Please do write or mail us your full name, age, address and profession. If associated with Science Club, do let us know the membership of your club. If you have any query or question, don't hesitate to write to us. We'll be back again with the next episode of this science serial, Whispers of the Wind. Same day, same time next week. Till then, goodbye.